I definitely love fire. I think that most people, there's like sort of an inherent primal fascination with it, just the way that it moves. It seems to have a life of its own. And yeah, burning stuff is definitely fun. Like I've always loved playing with like flash paper or any kind of fire, really, like firecrackers, fireworks, those kind of things. Like there's something inherently enjoyable about the energy in those kind of things. It's kind of magical. My name is Daniel Tamagi, and I'm a fire dancer and circus performer with Transflowmation Entertainment. I've often said that like what we do is similar to rhythmic gymnastics in the sense that it incorporates like dance and movement with object manipulation. Fire dancing is probably the thing that's most exciting for people to hear about, because obviously there's kind of that danger element, but it's just one form of what we practice. So we can do the same type of act with like LED glow props as with fire props, or with just like regular like daytime props as well. But fire dancer is definitely like the most sort of exciting title that we could use to describe the general public. There's something about the flow arts that is less competitive than other sports or types of dancing, I would say. It's more about creative self-expression and personal development than it is about being better than this other person or being in competition. So the element of creativity and personal development and confidence that comes along with it, connected with the community element. There's so many amazing people that are involved in this art form, are the things that really draw me to it. Well, with fire dancing, it's kind of about the perceived element of danger. So it's something that obviously seems dangerous, but to do it professionally, you have to be able to do it in such a way that it is very safe. So I think that commonly people, they ask you like, oh, do you burn yourself often when you fire dance? And the truth is that we obviously have burnt ourselves before, but we go through great trouble to make sure that all of our safety procedures and the way in which we do our performance not only keeps ourselves safe, but makes sure that all of the audience is safe. So if someone was interested in getting into this type of performance, for sure the first step would be to get connected with the local community of people who are involved in that kind of thing. There's going to be people who are very experienced, but also very generous with that experience, who are very interested in sharing their knowledge with people, at least with the basic object manipulation aspect. With respect to that, specifically the fire performance side, you want to make sure that the person that you're finding to train you on how to do that has not just the proper experience, but like the respect that you need to do when you're dealing with fire.
To my knowledge, there isn't a school for fire dancing. There are circus schools where you can learn aerials and hand balance and acrobatics. Artistic talent is just one piece of the puzzle. There's many hats that we wear, so we also have to learn all about marketing and promotion and accounting and just managing the business in general. It's a balance, so we definitely spend a lot of time practicing and choreographing for shows, which performance ends up being a small subset of that, but then on top of the practicing and the actual dancing part of it, there's a lot of back-end work.
I'd say that like it is certainly possible to make a living as an entertainer, as a fire performer. I'd say that it's not something that you can just decide one day that I'm going to do this and then immediately pay all of your bills doing fire dancing. It's something that you need to kind of dip your toes into and progressively gain more experience and reputation and a number of other things like branding, website, promotion materials, those kind of things. So I would say that if it's something that you're interested in doing, you want to start doing it and getting experience with it, but you want to very progressively sort of transition to that. So you need to basically have a day job to support you while you're making that transition into becoming a professional. I spent almost 10 years in university getting degrees in physics and medical physics, and it was basically throughout that time period that progressively I became more and more interested in this kind of art form and performance, and I had an opportunity to progressively develop the confidence and the skills and all the other things that you need to be successful as a professional performer while I was in school. So I would say that my previous career path was basically going to be like a medical physicist, but I decided that I could be a better artist than I could be a medical physicist.
The thing that really appeals to me about hoop dance and fire dance is that you can really get into the flow. You just drop into this no-mind state where you know what move you want to do next, and it just sort of happens, and your body is in tune with the prop and with the music, and it's just this beautiful synergy of expression coming through.